the rumor alleging Anthony Edwards requested to pay 18 years of child support up front amid their court battle. She said, where do these lies be coming from? You ever heard a rumor about yourself and actually wanted to hear more? Like, no way. What did I do next? There are no court documents, motions, or proceedings that have occurred, nor have I been offered or agreed to such terms. Would it actually be smart just to pay the whole 18 years, one payment of only 1.8 million? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is
I wouldn't. It's tough, Ocho. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough because it. And I'm just speculating. I don't know. I don't know Ant-Man like that. Have I met him before? Yes. It's tough because he's young. It's reported that he didn't want the kid. Now he forced to, want to be with the kid. So I just think the thing is, I would say this: take some time, cool down.
Yeah, so
You're upset right now because you didn't want to be with her. You were just having a good time.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes when you're late, you got to pay.
Yeah.
And that's the only advice I would give him. I say, son, that child didn't ask to come. It didn't. It was two grown folks. I mean, you practice long enough, you're gonna get good at it.
That part, I 100% agree with Uncle Shannon. I'm a man of integrity and just holding yourself accountable. So, like he said, if I was to talk to the young man, I would tell him you gotta accept accountability, and that is your kid. So it is what it is. You gotta be in the kid's life, give him a fair shake. You know what I mean? The kid didn't ask to be here. You chose to stick your meat in her and glaze in her or not, however it came. You just gotta accept it.
That part, we said time and time again, men cannot hide from their responsibilities. Even if they try, it ain't gonna happen. Take accountability. Shout out to Uncle Shay Shay. Sometimes when you lay, you gotta pay. Ladies, can y'all accept that reality as well, since y'all want to move like men, huh? If y'all want to lay next to the man y'all desire, y'all may have to pay.
Right. I mean, there's accountability to be had, on both sides. And I'm all for he got to take responsibility, and so does she. And so as long as they take responsibility, but see, the thing is, he's paying to, he says he doesn't want the child to be, he doesn't want anything to do with the child. I don't know anything about that 18 years up front thing, but he's saying that. Yeah.
I will say now, what about this? He gave the woman supposedly, let's take it at face value. He gave her the money for the deletion. He said, I don't want nothing to do with it. Now, can we say that at that point where this man has let you know, I don't want nothing to do with this kid. We was hunching, they know what they was doing. And he says in the text message that she showed us, I don't want nothing to do with it, get a deletion. If you see this man, the father of your child, let you know I want to do with the kid as a loving mother, caring, wanting the most for this unborn child, would you say, you know what? It ain't your time, baby. Your father don't want to be here. I ain't gonna bring you into this. Would we not think that's also a more honorable position, HQ?
Yeah, I mean, I will see. I wouldn't have put myself in that position anyway.
But no, that's fine. But I'm saying what I said is that, do you think she could have took that approach? That, you know what, I'm gonna be responsible and not bring this child into the world? Yes or no?
That's exactly what she should. That's exactly what she should never have found herself in that position anyway. She's 38 years old, 36, 38 years old.
Yes.
But she's in that position because she wanted to be. She wanted to be pregnant. There's no way around it. This is 2025. Anybody who walk into a bedroom, don't have a condom on, ain't using protection, wants to be pregnant. That's the way I look at it. So she wanted to be pregnant.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, listen, it's an unfortunate circumstance. I know Aunt very well, good friend of mine, and the situation is unfortunate. Now, we're all different in how we operate. Now, I can only put myself in his shoes.
Yes.
If I was in that position. Now, you know me, I didn't do things the traditional way.
No.
I didn't do things the traditional way. There was an understanding between those and I that I have kids from, where I am extremely active in all man's life and always have been. That's something that I would be proud of, whether the individual and I weren't together, you know. Oh, you what? Man, you bull jiving. It's mine? Oh, bet. Let's go. I got this. And I'm starting to pre-plan everything ahead of time.
Right.
What we having? A girl or boy? And I'm thinking about gym class, gymnastics, and football. I'm thinking about that's how I operate because I'm one who enjoys having kids.
Right.
I enjoy it. I'm active, I'm hands-on in all that I do, especially when it comes to that. But his situation is different. Obviously, he didn't want the child.
Right.
But obviously you do have to take responsibility.
Yeah. And it's different now, Ocho, because see, the problem that I have now is that they have this thing called internet. And when something gets put on the internet, it's up there for perpetuity. And and to know that one day, and this could not be true, but for a child to read that, to say the father didn't want anything to do with it or didn't want to be a part of his life, that's hurtful.
That's tough.
So that's
tough.
Yeah.
But he's also speaking from anger.
Of course.
Also speaking from anger about the situation and her understanding that you know this is something that I don't want now. And then the other flip side of that is, well, if you didn't want a child, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, you can't put raw meat on them.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, it's tough. I mean I don't know.
I do. I understand her side. Hey.
Yeah. I think when cooler heads prevail,
I do too.
Gonna be all right.
I do too.
They're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
And he's going to be an active father, regardless of the reports that are coming out.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think it'll be straight. And let me take my glasses off. I love kids. Love it. I love being a father. If I wouldn't mind having them more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having them more.
Yeah.
Look at Shannon. Yeah. Shannon said you gotta quit putting that raw meat up in them. So yeah, y'all say they watch your SBC.
Huh? He said truth. Can't be busting them down with the raw meat, getting them weenie drunk. That hub, that's protection. Huh? Yes or no? Maybe the Trojan man helps stop soul ties and trauma bonds, perhaps. Huh? But raw is law. See, we grew up like that. Raw was law. Raw was law. Raw meat only. What's a hub?
Yeah, I would say a young man will have to be seriously educated. There's such a lack, obviously on the women's side, y'all can probably speak on it, don't know. But on the men's side, there's just such lack of education on some of this stuff, mostly because there's simply not a man in the house in 70% of these cases. 70% of children are being raised by single moms, bottom line. So they're not getting this type of education.
At all. Nobody stressed like protection or nothing to me. I grew up with a whole bunch of poon hounds. I got an uncle, got 33 kids, allegedly. Legend has it. They used to go out there and get it. What Tupac say? Don't stop till you bust a nizza. That was the order of the day, baby.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the most advice you would get from a man, like you said, go and get them. Go get some kudakata. You ain't being taught to protect yourself from kids, STDs, and so many other things, right? Even some type of soul tie for a man. You don't want to go up in the wrong kudakata and have that demon latch on to you.
No, don't be scared of that kudakata. Huh? You put her to sleep? That's wicked work. Come on, man. What we say? Melanated men are the only men on the face of this earth that are charged with being a high earner. You better be tall, you better be good looking, you better be suave, and you better be an absolute corn star in the bedroom. Only the melanated man has to meet all these criteria. Shout out to Kevin Samuels.
I mean, it's unfortunate. The child didn't ask to be here. It's unfortunate that he doesn't want to have anything to do with the child. I mean, that's the bad part about it. And the child has to grow up and then find this particular fact out, because they're going to ask, because they're going to want to know. And what do you say? What do you say to that child? And that's the part. That's the difficult part. She deliberately had this child, and she deliberately brought an unwanted child into this world. Maybe she wanted the child. Maybe she did. We ain't going to say she didn't. But this is unfortunate that now we have another child on this earth that doesn't have two parents in the house to help raise it. That's the unfortunate part right there.
That part.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that child is going to suffer. And then the mom is suffering. Like I said, she can come up here and put on all day long. Go in there at midnight when the lights is off. She's crying herself to sleep. That woman is miserable. You don't want to be in that house raising 3 kids by herself. They all got different last names. They all got different daddies. Even the kids don't feel connected to one another because there's a bond broken because they got different fathers. That is a real thing. Don't ask me. I know. I ain't up here guessing. I'm telling y'all.
That's a fact. Yeah, yo, man, shut up. My daddy beat your daddy up. What? Yeah, your daddy locked up. This is the energy that happens in these houses, and little baby already in legal trouble. So the writing is on the wall. My daddy in the NBA. Your daddy a jailbird. My daddy chain bigger than yours. It's not a stable household. If you didn't grow up in it, you don't know nothing about it. Yeah, I done been a step kid. I have had the misfortune of sitting there as my step siblings eat pizza, and I just sit there and watch because of the imbalance. These horrors happen a lot. And even though they rich, still gonna happen because they ain't gonna be rich forever. And like Mr. X said, be in those halls, be in that house around 12 midnight, and she ain't got no help. And any help that she crowd for, they gonna want money in hand. They're like, you got 3 rich baby daddies. You see that? It's wicked. So any help she want or request, people will have their hand out. It's not a nurturing environment. It's FUBAR, even with the money involved.
So here we go. As far as him and his baby mama, we're just going to put him in the pit.
Yeah, go ahead. Hunch all the way down.
Madness.
Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me?
Ooh, child, things will get brighter.